All right. A little something special for the WGGGMBUCC. It's a lyrical sculpture in the sand that I carve. This is Flash on the mic, now on the Algarve. From 40 to 60, we are on the attack. If I can just get some vitamin I from my back. Foot on the line, yeah, I'm ready to go. Or did I just pull a muscle? Hold on for a moment. Play it cool, just act like I'm young. Got flicks on my wrist and lyrics on my tongue. 10 more years left to go. Tricks from the past and a buttery flow. A little slow off the start, I like to call my speed brisk. The sunshine glints off my slow-moving disc. You know how it goes with the sand between my toes. I got none of the pivots, but all the throws. Yeah, I got some dodgy knees. Disc in my hand and the sun in the sky. My dad bod goes jiggle and my hucks they fly. The spirits are rising like a disc on the breeze, going miles out of bounds to the Portuguese seas. I played a point, yeah, I need a sub and a good long soak in an XL tub. Don't need to run anymore, I'm one of 14 handlers. Happy Gilmore this disc like we're all Adam Sandlers. I'm slow off the start, I like to call it brisk. The sunshine glints on my slow-moving disc. You know how it goes with the sand between my toes. We got none of the pivots, but all the throws. Alright, let's finish this off. My 6'2" still works in the bar. I can see from miles. Got drinks on my radar. Portimão party is the place we flee for the friends we see and these great memories. Yeah, I feel the spirit as I pull every sinew. Shatter my knees, yet we're gonna continue. Take this hand, better yet carry me from the beach to the bar, better yet to the sea. I'm slow off the start. I like to call my speed brisk. The sunshine glints off my slow-moving disc. You know how it goes with the sand between our toes. We got none of the pivots, but all of the throws.
World Great Grandmasters Beach Ultimate Club Championship, and we are working our way through the brackets now. Tsu Oh, the number 1 seed, taking on Spangled, the number 2 seed. The the quarterfinal here, can you believe it? These two titans meeting this early in the bracket. I'm Stefan Rapazzo, pleased to be alongside Amelia Durbin for this one. Durbs, can you believe these two teams are meeting in the quarters? One of these teams will not be moving on to the semis.
I cannot believe it. If I was playing, I would be really frustrated with Tsu Oh taking that early loss to Greywatch because, hate to say it, they kind of screwed the schedule.
Yeah, they really did. That one cost them all credit to Greywatch. They played a great game. Tsu Oh, very happy to admit that was not their best game. They gave way too many opportunities, too many errors, and they kind of really shuffled or ruffled the bracket because of it. They go to the other side because of the second seed in their pool, and they have got better. They've been much better since that loss. But now they take on Spangled. Spangled 6-0, undefeated, unblemished throughout this tournament. And this is, you know, an immovable force taking on, well, I don't know what else, an immovable force. Yeah,
Another immovable force.
We're not going to go there. I've dropped the cliche on that one, but two titans hitting things out here. Star-studded rosters, world championships all over the place. I mean, Katie Forth is the captain of this Tsu Oh team. Of course, Tsu Oh means Houston, spells Houston backwards. The number 11 jersey. Katie puts this team together and is their top goal getter. 9 assists, 11 goals, 20 points scored. She's going to start things off from the sideline for this game. You're looking across the Spangled roster. Anybody jumping out for you there?
Yeah, Mark Stone, 19 total things to his name, 14 goals, 5 assists. And Angela Lynn following it close with 13.
Stoney, as he's known, was awesome in the last game. We saw them on stream. Attic leads forward, nice falling grab. Hartwigger picks it up. Off balance pickup, Hartwigger waits, beach, cut upfield, and no throw. A stoppage on the play. Durb's giving me the double bicep flex to indicate the pick.
pick being called. Messy stack after kind of low grab, players getting tangled up in themselves, but we see the disc being tapped in now.
Right in, not, I thought that was all the way in for the goal, but not quite, and the bid comes and taketh away. Great bid there on the doorstep. John Klaus shuts the door.
Take a bow, John Klaus. What a way to do it in such a crucial moment as well.
Centered to AJ Beard, but there has been a stoppage that's coming along with the centering. Back in play, Scullion winds up the backhand through Rocky Beach. They're going to talk about the contact there. There definitely was some. Did Beach fall in to the throw or not? Probably a big part of what that conversation's about.
You can definitely see in the replay here that disc isn't how they wanted to throw it. Not sure if the foul affected. Throwing down the narrow sideline like that is a big risk, but they maintain possession.
Inside Eichstadt. Straight back to Scullion and through the hands of Klaus. Picked up quickly. Beach fakes the backhand, looks forward. Eyes now turn to the backfield. Attic and Beach again. Attic, lefties back to Beach. Now put forward into the hands of Fry. Fry goes to Hartwigger. Now Hartwigger leads. Beach on the doorstep. Fakes to Attic, didn't like it. Next bid, there's air, but Fry comes up with the goods in hand. And they get the dirty hold. But boy, did not Tsu Oh make him work for it.
Yeah, what a fantastic layout D attempt there from Beard, but just not enough. Messy to start with from both these teams. We saw 2 turnovers apiece, but Spangled able to hold. Fantastic red zone defense there from Tsu Oh. Credit where credit's due. That was hard.
Yeah, plenty of bids, hand in pocket defense throughout the point. The wind, she's a howling right now. We definitely feel it here on our wonderful raised platform that offers such a great vantage point, but from time to time, a little bit of wariness.
I would like to say for the viewers at home, I am clinging on for dear life up in this booth. The wind whipping through. You almost saw our pole camera taking a shake there. That was a big old gust. Hopefully it settles down for the rest of this game.
Well, you can see in the background there some sand clouds are forming as well. The breath from the sky has saved itself till, well, the 4:15 time slot, I guess.
Absolutely. Hoping that it settles down for my own safety. I would really like this wind to drop as we see the pull go up from Spangled.
Don Tom goes to Kwok. Kwok patiently wait. J-Lo bids. Throw comes up. I think we got a call on it, so it's a freebie. And it's not caught, so it will go back. Schmink.
Uncontested foul there. You can understand why. Monahan just kind of jumped across the force on that replay and just really impacted the arm of the thrower. Uncontested, some great spirit there.
Back in play, Schmink. Well defended in the dump space. Forces one out, great hands. Katie Forth hangs on to one. Don Tom, quick to Kwok. But Kwok chucks the body and nothing in that hand. The Filipino backfield very quick to get up. Simbulan goes to Matt Stone. Nice pickup by DeZono. And then another one. Felstad. Oh, big collision. Head was not up. Simbulan is well down.
That looked quite painful, and seeing the replay here, low disc and well held. But unfortunately a collision downfield for those two players, hoping that they're okay. You see kind of maybe a bit of a rib bash, a bit of a winding.
We're going to take a short break and be right back with more action after this.
Have you ever loved something that doesn't love you back? One More Year, the ultimate graphic novel, now available on Amazon.
Spangled and Tsu Oh doing battle here. A little bit of impact prior to the break there. Wendell Simbulan will be keeping our eye on him to see what his health's like, but he did go down quite heavy. Took a hit from Greg Husak, running through quite innocent, but it is one of those plays that becomes dangerous. You got to have a head up and be a bit more aware of your surroundings, but we are playing on here, and Spangled have the disc. Stone bobbles one and sees it to floor. Husak will pick up. Ooh, and Husak doesn't like the call and sends it back with a little bit of disdain. Sauce.
A little bit of sauce. A little bit of spice, but we see them back in play now are Spangled.
Lopez with the disc. Lopez to Stone. Stone goes to J-Lo. Stone again. Very aggressive on the mark. Stone doesn't throw through it and turns the other way. Duzono to J-Lo. Lopez goes deep. Will Stone have the legs? It looks like it. Yes, indeed, he will. And Stone and Spangled put a second one on the board. That's a break.
Fantastic work from Spangled. You see Stone in the end zone there, pointing at the camera on his knees. Very, very chuffed with that, and a fantastic reason to be. What a perfectly weighted throw. I thought a bid was required, but it wasn't. Just able to jog it down onto the knees. Absolutely pooped there, but a goal is a goal, and that's a break. 2-0 here in this game, quarterfinal. Tsu Oh versus Spangled. Worth taking a look at the team's performance so far. As Steph referenced earlier, Spangled are 6-0. Their closest game was against Team Finland, 13-11, which we caught yesterday on the stream. Tsu Oh are down and lost. They lost 11-7 to Greywatch, but other than that, they haven't really been pressured. Closest game was only 39, so Spangled maybe got a little bit more experience on the sand at being pushed, and Tsu Oh gonna need to respond now. See the pull getting ready to go in the air. pulls have been a little bit ropey this week. The wind, as we mentioned, has really been blowing and gusting, and not many things have landed inbounds, but it's a real punisher to not get it inbounds. Let's see what Spangled can do now.
Jolly sends the pull, lands in, and Eichstadt gets it going. Savage leads to Lugston, the two lumbering Canadians, and leading throw to Eichstadt. Shovels to the far sideline. Katzenbach, high stall count, leads, fires, and it goes through the intended target. He was running out of options, and Tsu Oh in a bit of a jam early days here.
Yeah, just got a little bit stuck, didn't want to look at the reset, and then kind of fell out of options. High disc, what a grab!
Indeed it was. Now Jolly looks to the end zone. Now to the backfield, Knapp. Ushering his stack with the offhand, leads forward. That one to Salvia, and is it? No, a miss in the corner, looking for Nia, and unable to connect.
Bit of a gift for Tsu Oh there, hoping to slot in their first point.
Oh, Dawn Fontanet goes to the ground. I think she's got a face full of sand with that.
Heroic taps the disc in, even with a mouthful of sand. Lost the hat.
Katzenbach again, not many options. Bombs it deep, looking for Eichstadt, and unable to connect again. The Spangled defense doing enough.
Spangled working really hard. Their defense is just fantastic. Working through a slightly shorter roster and might be paying dividends. Just a little bit more connection, able to switch and really push this team, whereas Tsu Oh getting stuck. It's 2-0 here in this quarterfinal. Uncharacteristic from my opinion. Not what I was expecting to see. Thankfully the wind has dropped as Spangled now off to the races.
Peter Nia with the disc, goes to Knapp. Knapp fires forward. Salvia had it for a hot second, but spun through the fingertips. Eichstadt, far sideline. Centers to Savage. Savage leads, but leads just a bit too far. And Eichstadt can't catch up. Spangled gonna get one more chance at least to break.
This is a huge victory for Spangled. Maybe necessarily not even if they score the point, but just kind of the moral victory, kind of really starting to crush the spirits of Tsu Oh. Time's ticking along and Tsu Oh really struggling. I'm not even sure what they need to do differently. They just look a bit rabbit in the headlights.
Sounds about right. Derbs, you've always got it well assessed. Knapp waiting for development. Wang comes under, but Knapp fires deep. Salvia has steps, and it's another break. Spangled are red hot in the early quarters of this game.
That is absolutely fantastic. That's how you want to play beach. Ask 3 of your players to stand still and ask one of them to do all the work. An absolutely fantastic huck from all the way down in that bottom end zone, all the way up. Knapp, he ain't napping today. He's firing shots all the way up to the scorer. What a put. That's 2 breaks on the bounce to take it to 3-0. See it again here. Everyone clears, the deep space is available. Knapp just puts an absolute sitter, hangs perfectly all the way that the point that the receiver can just jump it in. Doesn't even need to wait for someone to join her, just dishes it off to themselves.
Knapp, a West Coast wonder, 36 years playing experience in Oregon, part of the Rhino Club in Colorado, playing with Johnny Bravo.
Salvia with the goal, someone themselves who's also got a fair amount of experience, 27 years playing experience, and was on that world medal winning London Masters side, USA Masters side in 2016. Used to play for Represent Fury, been to Oxford University, Stanford University, and actually started playing Frisbee in the UK, which is unusual for the Americans. Normally they learn at high school. A water resources engineer, loves to coach her young boys, and we're off to the races now for Spangled again on D.
We mentioned last time Tsu Oh on stream didn't take a timeout against Greywatch till too late. And what a play! That bid Arlie Stern sending love back to Maddie Sang and the kids. But Arlie Stern, goodness gracious, Amari and Camilla will be proud of mom seeing her fly like that.
That was absolutely incredible. I thought Katie Forth had a fantastic read on that, but access denied. Stern says no. Turnover on the field though, Tsu Oh on O now.
Yeah, J-Lo had it hit him in the guts there and kind of popped out. Now we get it to Katie Forth. She goes to Hollywood Husak, turns and burns, fires one in, and boy, here's an understatement. Did they need that one?
I think they did need that one more than anything right now. There is some conversation happening on the field though. So I don't think that goal necessarily has been called good. We'll wait for the hand signals, wait for a kind of sign to see if it's been called in. Judging by the body language, I think it's not been called in.
I think we're going to have to see that one again. I don't. Now this is a typical of Great Grandmasters. They're not very good with hand signals. They didn't exist when they played.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it is.
It looks like it's potentially a pick, but I can't see where. But we trust the players on the field and the calls that they make. Tsu Oh just on the front of the end zone.
Forth finds the way through. Don Tom on the reception, and well, it was not an understatement last time nor this time. Boy, did they need that one. They're on the board. It's 3-1 still Spangled, but Tsu Oh stem the flow.
Yeah, Tsu Oh working through a roster of 22, so regardless of these kind of first few points, they got plenty of people to work through here. If I was their coach or their leader, I would be stacking that D-line right now. You want to stack early and get the breaks on the board because times are short, games are not very long, and this game could be over before they know it.
That is a sour truth of it all. Tough to bring such a big roster. 22 on the Tsu Oh roster and be able to manage it well, especially late tournament, get the best out of it. I'd imagine these teams, they're all veterans, they played long enough, expectations are clear. But you're right, at this stage it is not necessarily fresh legs, but best legs.
Absolutely, you want to be putting the players on, not necessarily the best defenders, but the people that want it the most. Sometimes that's all you need on defense. But Spangled are on O, and they are off to the races.
Lynn with the disc. Leads one forward to Fry. Fry back to Lynn. Good connection, deep shot goes. Scullion scuttles it up and then goes forward. That one in the hands. And Cesario. Fired deep. The chase is on. Those legs are cooking. Furigai goes into the backfield. Takes Beard. Beard waiting for a move from Cesario and throws under the hand. Beach goes forward to Attic, and there is a foul on the throw from Beard.
Yeah, I think Beard calling that potentially the Spangled player with the disc kind of pushed past her to get position and maybe was a bit aggressive. Well, I say aggressive, not in a negative way, but used too many arms to kind of swim through the body. It looks like the conversation is happening, but players not necessarily coming together to have it.
Body swimming very much not allowed, Derbs.
No swimming here. Not an aqua sport, only on sand, grass, and wood, I guess, if you play indoors.
It is still Spangled's disc. Another violation called as Beach tried to initiate to Attic. Back to Rocky Beach. Tapped in. Goes to Lynn in the backfield. Lynn to Fry. Fry to Lynn. The bid comes, but the throw too far. Wind is a howling. Can Tsu Oh break and get one back here? Centered.
Ooh,
Into
there's a
Savage
D.
and a turn there. Beach picks up, and that's too easy. Almost tripped up on the line and still caught by Hartwigger.
Spangled really asserting dominance. Probably a better point defensively from Tsu Oh, but they haven't had many chances to play defense. That's just a hold for Spangled though. 4-1, Rocky Beach with the assist. We mentioned that name multiple times. A real standout for this side. Tsu Oh now putting their O-line out, picking between 22 players as we just mentioned, and we see Katie Forth on the line, a very, 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 very experienced player, running on the sand like a wee whippersnapper. I wasn't expecting to see Katie Forth here in the Great Grandmasters division. I've known of the Forth twin sisters for so long, and I didn't think that they were in this division. I thought they were masters. And so to see them out here is so impressive, a real testament to their athleticism. Katie running on the sand.
They are great and grand. Why would you ever doubt it?
That's true, that's true. So quick, and we see that Tsu Oh have opted for a single female matching player here in this kind of loose mixed division.
I'll be honest, the way we assess this, and you said call a great D-line on that last one. I think they're really rolling their lines. I wondered, and I spoke with Sean McCall before the game about how they run the lines. He said, yeah, we have O-line and a bunch of D-lines. Pretty typical. I didn't really get into greater depth than that, than what they would do with their backs against the wall, but I don't know, like 3-1, backs are kind of against the wall, and they are really still just letting them play. Now it's 4-1 after letting them play. I would imagine if they want to win this game, they're going to need to shorten those lines.
This looks like a very, very powerful O-line to be putting out. Some tall receivers, but a bricked pull, and they're in on offense.
Nice pickup. Husak gets a face full of sand, throws around. Forth throws the body, but too much on that one. She can't get her.
Katie really flew there. Fantastic effort, but just not enough. Spangled slow to pick up the disc. Jason Lopez. Occupation down as a pole dancer.
I'd imagine he'd be pretty good. I know J-Lo well. He sends some love back to M. Wong, his wifey back at home, as he tries to get out of this coffin corner. Nice enough, but never in, actually. That one, he was trying to cite Felstad, and now a goal line attack for Tsu Oh. This is as good of a chance as they've had.
Yeah, let's see if they can put some fantastic end zone discipline out. I'd be half expecting to see an isolation play on fourth.
She is early to initiate. Salvia and her tangle up before the disc is even in. Foul called.
Uncontested by the looks of things, just to kind of drag down the body with a hand there.
And disc is in. Very good to see Wendell Simbulan back in the game on the mark there. He was banged up earlier. Savage tries to get free. Everyone moving, for sure a pick there. It goes to Husak, but there were crossing routes everywhere. And Kale had no chance of keeping up because of the cross patterns.
Yeah, we mentioned some end zone discipline, not seeing it yet, but a testament to Spangled for kind of putting on some hot red zone defense, kind of stopping every option. I'd want to see Tsu Oh throw the disc towards us and use a little bit more of the space. They're trying to cram it in the bottom corner down there.
Husak, quick, fourth, throws the body, picks up a goal, makes it 2-4. And that was a very important goal for the Houstonites.
Yeah, absolutely. A fantastic layout. We saw Forth missing one in that kind of middle field, but then able to get a fantastic one for the goal. Well known for the flying bids is Forth, and that is just a hold for Tsu Oh. 4-2. Quite a few minutes have gone already. It's already at 23 minutes on the clock. Maybe just sitting around halfway. Lots more Frisbee to play, but Spangled at the moment with a pretty comfortable lead.
"23 minutes expired. 4-2, slow pace to the game. That's the only thing that bodes well for Tsu Oh going down by a bunch early, but because how slow it's moving, they're in striking pace of catching up quickly. I remember a game like this at Windmill a few years ago, a 5-6 universe point game. Attic. Let's hope it's not that slow moving. Fry with the disc. Lin to Rocky Beach. Rocky Beach sends deep. Fry on the chase, and that one goes all the way out. Derps, you remember the game I'm referencing? It was a semi-final, in fact.
I do remember it. My partner and I, Conor McHale, we were just started talking back then, and I remember coming to watch it. And I was thinking, oh, I must have got the wrong time slot. 5-6 after a full game. I was absolutely shocked. Clapham versus Is No Good in 2022, I believe.
Yeah, it was World Series. And it was 5-1 for Clapham. And then Isno went on. We had a little bit of a run, clawed all the way back. 5-5 after full time and 1 point to finish it off. And then the 1 point to finish it was so quick. A clean hold for Clapham.
That game's on ULTI.TV, I believe.
It is, yeah.
If you want to go back and
watch
catch it, we've got all our playlists saved on the channel. So if you want to go back and catch some Frisbee from years gone by, please do.
An excellent low-scoring game. There was incredible highlights for a game that didn't have many goals.
It was fantastic. I remember it well. But focus here now, not Tsu Oh.
Scullion throws in. He's going to have a chance to call a foul, but doesn't need to. Don Tom catches it inbound, so that should negate the foul. I don't know why they've sent it back. Unless Don Tom was out of bounds here.
Potentially. We have seen like some old rules being played this week, so maybe that's an old rule set where
it's the way
fouls
we used
are foul.
to do it.
But in the current rule set, that foul could have been retracted and the disc would have stayed down there.
Scullion to Cesario. And back to Scullion. Goes the around, gets Tom. He almost uses his knees, maybe does use his knees to secure that one. Too far in front, Cesario bids, but can't squeeze the hand.
Yeah, not Tsu Oh, just kind of looking downfield for a little bit too long. I'd be taking those resets earlier and just trying to move the defense from Spangled, but they're just not able to do it right now. Spangled with the disc.
Lin picks up, goes to Beach. Beach turns, shakes the mark, all sorts of room now. Hartwigger inside Fry, bounce, oh, almost a second effort. Bounced off Fry, then Beard, and finally hit the Beach.
Not Tsu Oh, disc in hand. Not a lot of movement.
Cesario does go. It's backed, no second effort available. Scullion popped it up. Attic inside to Beach. Beach to Lin. Lin fires low, and you see what this wind is doing. Chiseled veterans, yes, there's some fatigue, but this wind is messing with these expert throwers.
Absolutely. On Beach, you have to be so accurate, and if you can't be accurate, you got to put float on it, and the wind is just making it impossible to do that. All the discs we see are being put down unless they are absolutely pitch perfect.
From the corner, Cesario goes inside to the ever-reliable Don Tom. Throws high to Scullion. Scullion. Stall count mounts, but he gets one up. Don Tom on the line. Beard goes through the hands. They did get meters on the play, and Spangled will, at minimum, have to start from their own end.
Yeah, we're at total passes 19 now with 6 turnovers. It's getting a long one out there. I think we maybe started this point around 24 minutes, so ticking along. I said 3 minutes doesn't sound that long, but on these size pitches it is. Deep going, dish going up.
Attic does collect, not in, and there was blown coverage there, but Scullion caught up and gets the stall count on. Chisel made very easy when you got Streaking cuts coming both sides. Rocky Beach cut there first, and that left Fry wide open for the chisel cut in. It's 5-2. Spangled up again by 3.
Absolutely fantastic for Maddie Frey there. Just looking at their player profile, quite some experience. Riot, Ozone, Scandal, Revolution. Winning a silver at Worlds 2018 with Revolution down as their kind of career highlight. They won a bronze with Worlds 2010 with Riot, and then one gold at Masters Worlds in 2018, and then the US Open with Revolution in 2017. So what an experienced player, home, living in Atlanta, home from Seattle. Wow.
Atlanta. It's awesome looking at these player profiles of these living legends. I say legends, I know there is one age category above Great Grandmasters, which is legends, and they're not quite there yet. That's 60 over. But let's not talk about just the categorization of age. They are legends of this sport.
Absolutely. Often feel like it would be great to put a showcase game together of all the kind of old legends that have played in years past and kind of see where they're at now.
Benji was talking about this great concept to have like a nationals where you have to have like 2 members from each age group. Ooh. 2 Great Grandmasters, 2 Grandmasters, 2 Masters, 2 open age group, 2 under 24s, 2 under 20s. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be amazing. I'd love to see that.
Deep shot goes and doesn't connect. Spangled will have a chance to break. DeZono. Full spins back to Stone, and there's a call. Shuzak gets the explanation through, and Stone will tap it in. Air tap, in fact. Leads. Felstad puts it to the chin and catches it as he goes to ground. Then moves it around, up, over. Fires high, but caught, and now a short field for Tsu Oh. Cats him back, gets it to the sideline. Husak to fourth. Tsu Oh in for a goal, back to within 2, and they stayed in it after a slow start, and it seems like they are still in this game now. The energy has leveled off again.
Yeah, absolutely. Just 2 breaks from Spangled in the first kind of opening sequence, taking it from 0-0 to 0-3 very quickly, and now just trading. Tsu Oh are going to need to do something to get these breaks back. They are turning Spangled, but then just not able to kind of complete their own offensive look when they get that break chance.
Having a look, Hollywood Husak on the sideline there.
A beautiful throw for Katie Forth. We've mentioned that names a few times, and no reason why not. Tsu Oh now putting out their D-line. Spangled ready to commence their passage of offense to take it to 6-3 if they score. I think we're going to be seeing a timed half soon. Potentially this is the point to go to timed half. It's 31 minutes gone. 7 seemingly a long way away. As we hear the whistle being blown by wonderful observers, and this passage of play is about to get underway. Tsu Oh with the pull.
Hits the ground into a roll. Fed forward from Hartwigger to Lynn. Fry, strong hands. The around to Lynn. Beard gets dropped, and so does the Frisbee. Beach can't hang on. Short field, is this the break opportunity? Fontanet fired, and the bid can't get the hands there. John Klaus couldn't collect the Laverty throw.
Closed the hands around it, but just couldn't do it. See the replay there. That's where the first turnover happened for Spangled, and there is the flick from Dom Fontanet to the deep strike, and it just can't be caught.
And that one instantly, you knew it did not have the right shape. It went inside out, and that wind was going to push it the rest of the way. So a tougher task for Tsu Oh. But they do get the disc back, but they get a lot of ground to cover.
In this wind as well, that's going to be a tough ask. Looking at the flags in the background, it's looking like a real kind of crosswind, which is often the hardest one to play in.
Laverty to Fontanet, and misses. Looking for the inside throw to Sandal. Now Beach and Lin, and they're operating a short field. Lin to Fry. Fry swipes. Bouncing off the pivot foot, goes around to Attic. Attic inside and hits for a goal. Looks like Hartwigger, indeed it is, and 6-3. Spangled stretch ahead, 34 minutes into this one.
A goal is a goal, 6-3. That is a tricky place for Tsu Oh to be. It's half time here now. So we'll see a change of position for where the teams first started.
That is favorable for Tsu Oh. They will start receiving the disc with, I guess, the wind at their back. I mean, momentarily at their back. It is swirly McWhirly out there. It's kind of from our cameras to the far sideline is the most consistent direction. But it's changing direction whenever it pleases, as you see that banner that has stars which are spangled upon it.
Yeah, tricky wind to throw in. Often they say when it's a bit breezy, it's a thrower's wind. I don't think this is anyone's wind. This is just difficult. It's so hard to know how to release the disc when the wind is changing direction every 10 seconds. When you think you've nailed it, you haven't, and then you've nailed it again, and you haven't. And we can see that on both these teams. Just quite a lot of errors. Uncharacteristic, but a fantastic game from Spangled so far. Pull goes out of bounds. So bricked pull. Not
Kwok
Tsu Oh.
will pick it up and bring it to the brick mark. Again, we did mention Simbulan is back in the game. He's back on the mark, so I just want to mention that again. Not in play. Happy to see him back. He did take a hard hit earlier on. Kwok and Tsu Oh kick things off. Don Tom open. Don Tom fires. Fourth is there.
Wow.
That is scintillatingly efficient offense. And Tsu Oh take it to 4-6.
That's the offense that I feel like Tsu Oh have been wanting to play with since they got on the sand in this game, but they haven't been able to connect. Just two really easy passes, an isolated player downfield, and then a deep strike. 1-2, and it's a good one. 4-6. I think that Tsu Oh, maybe that's a good bit of a confidence boost they need to say, hey guys, we can do this. We have the legs. Let's keep pushing. But there's not long left on the clock. 9 minutes until the whistle goes.
And not a lot of time, but not a lot of ground to make up. 4 sticks when you talk about, percentages, like they've got 1/3 more, which seems like a lot, but it's still just 2 goals. It is 3 breaks. It is doable, and mostly why there's still always hope in Ultimate. You have to score the last goal, and even if you're ahead by 1 or 5, if you don't get it on the first try, the pressure amps up. It gets more difficult. The palms get sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. You know how it goes.
Eminem here in the booth.
Hartwigger to Lin, hits right in the clavicle. Too far for Fry, but Attic saves the day. Beach has the disc. Called up, everybody seems to agree.
I think I agree with that. I think took a bit of a squat to catch it, but in my opinion, it was definitely in the hands of Rocky Beach.
Hartwigger gets it forward. Attic leads. Fry has a bit on the back and does call the foul a little bit after the play, but she was thinking about it from the moment of contact.
Yeah, what's your thought on that foul call there, Steph?
I want to see it again. Initially, I thought no, but there is some contact. The back did kind of go into a bit of a concave, so I don't contest that, yes, it is a foul and accepted, but my initial was I didn't think so. That's the shot for goal. It's eaten up by Husak. Now Husak's banged it deep. Scullion's under it, the speedster. He waits for Cesario and then gets going again. Takes space, moving the disc, changing the angle. Cesario's got space, but Beach was poaching just enough of a lane. Husak, what a throw by Scullion. Looking into the breath of the beast and throwing through it.
The wind on that huck, almost like the Frisbee gods sat it there. I thought it was way too far. A gust of wind blew and it just kind of sat and levitated down into the hands. What a shot and what a reception. It's 5-6 as we've seen a timeout be called. I believe that timeout has almost certainly been called by Spangled to say, hey, let's stop the break train before it even gets going.
Well, they're going to take a break. We'll take one, too, and be back. It's Tsu Oh 5, Spangled 6. Welcome back. Spangled 6, Tsu Oh 5. Have a look at the last goal. Scullion receives the big one from Husak. A little back and forth with Cesario. And when Scullion gets it back, Husak's now made it the whole way. Look at this throw. Just through everyone. Sits it up in this wind. Very impressive. Dime dropping by Jacob Scullion.
Yeah, so good from Tsu Oh. What a reception after going down a few breaks, trading it out. They were patient and they got their break back. Spangled still with the advantage though, coming out on offense. It's going to be a spicy one. New disc being called. I believe that pull has gone very, very, very far away.
Yeah, that one's moving over to the seaweed pile, and while they bring it back, I'll remind you that it's a good time to hit that like button. Go ahead, become a subscriber, and if it's in you to give, become a patron. Go check out what we do on patreon.com/ULTI.TV. We love you for it. Lynn brings it in. Fontanet gives the tap. The around to Hartwigger. Hartwigger shovels one back. Lynn bouncing off the pivot foot. Gets one inside. Hartwigger again. Hartwigger leads. Attic grabs and hits the ground. Beach catches it behind the body. And continues to spin. Nothing he likes. Fires to Hartwigger. Now 5 meters out or less. Looks for the dump. Not available. Oh, wow. I thought that was for Lynn, but Beach got his hands on it. Oh! High ball. Take it away. Klaus says no.
Those IO shots through the middle are so dangerous, and when you've got a defender like Klaus kind of sneaking up on you, it's not going to work.
Katie Forth bangs it deep. Katzenbach and Beach, and Beach uses position and taketh away.
Bit of a conservation of greatness for Tsu Oh there, even though the D person was not necessarily the person that threw the disc. Momentum is building, excitement is pumping through the veins. Spangled now.
Lynn forward to Fry, bangs it. Hartwigger, 2 hands on it. Back over to Attic. Oh, low throw to Lynn. Bodies flying everywhere, and again, second ever no. Don Tom gets there in time, and it's back to Houston.
This is turning into an absolute pleasure of a point. Absolute highlight plays. Put it on the highlight reel.
Katzenbach goes around, leads forward to Forth. Forth dumps back. And this one goes through the hands, picked up quick. Lynn to Beach, he bobbles and catches. Low throw, too far, and the turnovers are mounting here. Katzenbach shows some life. Don Tom goes deep. Now he wants the under and gets it. Fontenette wants the deep, takes it inside route, and they get field position and all sorts of hands on haunches right now.
Way too far. We're starting to, rack up the total passes. 19, 5 total turnovers. Some of them have happened in a very, very quick succession. Some of them were very, very cool with 2 absolutely fantastic layout Ds. Woo, what a grab there.
Strong hands by Fry, and then Attic goes back to Lynn. Fry to Hartwigger. Winds up the backhand, doesn't give it. Now the forehand, Beach is under it. Rocky Beach playing in the sand, leads forward. Hartwigger is gonna get that one. Yes, indeed. 7-5 now. A big response from Spangled after Houston had clawed all the way back.
A fantastic reception. Yeah, they really needed that to stay in the game. I believe the whistle went in that point as well, which means we're playing game to 8.
Game to 8. Confirmed by the timekeepers. So Spangled will have a chance to win this one should they break. They are in the mostly downwind. That score is maybe not counting. Is this serious? Pick has been called.
I believe the pick has been called upfield, but again, I mentioned earlier the kind of new rule set would suggest that the pick didn't impact the play. It's standing though, it's uncontested, a pick. There's been a discussion, players believe. Seeing some confusion from all players, including our volunteers, having a bit of a conversation as to whether that point did in fact count.
And there it is, the goal counts.
So it is game to 8, the score 7-5. Sometimes these distractions can kind of take away from the Frisbee on the field. Tsu Oh probably managed to keep their chill, considering they were the ones calling the foul. It just depends on whether Spangled let that get to them now and play with a little bit more irritation and frustration at that kind of silly call, I say with inverted commas.
Grumble, grumble, I've lost my head. Certainly hoping they can maintain their composure. Houston, with their backs firmly pressed against the wall, will need to score, to hold, break, to tie, and a second break to win. It is not unheard of, very possible, but a very tall task the same. Spangled have played very well throughout the game.
Absolutely, and if it keeps going the way it is with these kind of breaks happening, we could get ourselves a universe point, Steph.
There is some potential. Oh!
Ooh.
Now,
oh dear.
Monahan says no way, and ULTI just rips it the other way and says, if you're going to play that game, I'm going to throw it over the stands so that you're not going to get a quick one on us. That is some of the most interesting, spirited sequences that I've seen from one to the other. Monahan first. Very unspirited, I will say, knocking it out of the hands of Scullion. I think Scullion, you know, he wanted to believe he maybe had it up, but I don't think it was. Monahan says, no way, the smack away, which, not cool. That's not the way to deal with that, but also super not cool. The pickup and rip out of the stadium. Very interesting sequencing of events here, Meals.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see that clipped and sent around a few group chats to say, hey, watch this, but it is uncontested. We have lost a disc. Spangled off to the races now to try and win this game.
J-Lo with the disc. Chance to take themselves into the semis. High stall count now. Quagga on the mark. Inside break through everybody. And Houston will get a second chance. That one fired way too hard on probably a 7, 8, or 9 stall count there.
I'm grimacing here in the booth. The energy in this little stadium is starting to rise. The sidelines are getting louder and louder. Frustration potentially starting to grow after that little passage of spice, should we say. But Tsu Oh back on the disc, hoping to secure their score to take it to 7-6 and try and stop this Spangled win.
Quagga on the pickup, leads the throw. Solid, safe hands to get that one to Schmink. Schmink sends deep. Pick up by ULTI into a somersault. Hollywood for the goal.
Some good spirit there, helping each other up after a pretty close bid on the tail. Thankfully, everyone's okay. I thought that could have been a little bit nasty, but that is a hold for Tsu Oh. 7-6 now. All Spangled have to do is keep their composure, hold the disc in their hand, and slot it in that end zone.
Need to work it the whole way up. Again, this wind is tricky. They're wondering if they have a timeout. No, they do not. 1 timeout per team. They've both been used.
Indeed they have, and we see the Spangled line opting for 2 female matching players, Tsu Oh having to respond. They currently have 6 players on the line, but we see the player coming off, Captain Batch.
Lines have been shortening up for both squads here in the last, a lot of the same faces for the last couple points. Not all, not in entirety. You see Scullion set to pull there with Fontenette, Beard, Tom, and Klaus on the chase.
This is a big point, and it rolls out under the bleachers. Gonna run out of new discs at this point.
Yeah, we've had a few on recovery. Harley Stern having a look, see if she can get it. They're going to get another disc. I don't think she needs to put herself through that in the midst of a game.
Safety first, as we say from our very, very windy tower. Safety maybe not first. But we see the disc being retrieved. It did roll out of bounds, so it'll be taken from that sideline. Disc is now tapped in for Spangled.
Lynn with the disc. Beach trying to dance. Fry can't handle it. Fontenette on the pickup. Stall count mounts right back into Fry. The nerves are high. Lynn and bodies jumping in front of the disc. Now Beach fires deep. Fry for the win. They're going to the semifinals. Spangled hold off Tsu Oh and will feature in the semi tomorrow, getting through this grinder of an All-USA quarter.
I cannot believe that was just a quarterfinal. That felt like a final. I was up on my feet. The energy was palpable. Spangled taking the win. The frustration from Tsu Oh is clear, and no surprise, they're going to be disappointed with that. But what a comeback after going 3-0 down to bring it to 8-6 is quite the showing, and a testament to this super experienced Tsu Oh side.
As good as this team has been, and they have been, Tsu Oh and Spangled, the team they will meet in the semis, Hurt, has been incredible as well. Hurt just got through Sunset Crew 11-4. They've had a 7-0 weekend as well, no losses. So this was a cracking match. Next up, and as we would expect, will be another cracking match. On the other side, we got all North America down here, and all, well, I would like to say Scandinavia, but I'm wrong. Finland is just Nordic Europe. But Team Finland gets through Greywatch, and Rainbow Warriors knock off Chicken Pack, so it'll be Sweden versus Finland, Rainbow Warriors versus Team Finland. So we will have a North American taking on a Northern European in the final. How that shakes out, well, that'll be decided tomorrow in the AM and pushed through to tomorrow in the afternoon for finals time. But it's been a wild day here, Meals. Lots of action. Finishing off with this one. Cracking match.
A very cracking match. A pleasure to commentate on that one. A true showing of kind of experience and athleticism. Credit to Spangled for taking that fantastic win. Kind of the underdogs coming in, I would say, based on reputation, but commiserations to the Tsu Oh side. We will not be seeing them again.
Tsu Oh, the defending champs, the #1 seed, usurped by Spangled, and we will see Spangled in tomorrow's final. It's been a wonderful day, as it has been for the last few weeks here in Portimão. Thank you for all of ULTI.TV and that star Spangled banner who gets through this one. For Amelia Durbin alongside, I've been Stefan Rapazzo. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you. Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, ultimate.
ULTI.TV.